Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Throne of Steel episode number 209 based on novel. So let's start. The god of devils' huge dragon tail arrived and the magical eyes of Brahma lit up with two completely different colors, purple gold and crystal white. The two lights shone and integrated with the scary power of the god of devils' body. The god of devils was already back in his peak. But Long Houchen just recovered 1/3 of his strength. One was rising quickly and the other was falling behind. But the strength did not mean everything. The humans could not help Long Houchen because they did not have enough power to join this battle at almost god level. Also, they did not have time. Kia closed her eyes tightly. Her body trembled so violently that almost harmed the practice of the Siamese spirit. And the next moment, a deafening scream rang up. Kia opened her eyes instantly. She was very familiar with everything about Long Houchen, but that sound did not belong to him. She would know if it was his voice. When she looked up to the sky once again, she was shocked because she saw blood falling like rain, and the color of that blood was hard to tell. Scales of the size of millstones scattered in air and fell. The huge eye dimmed and the tail of the dragon waved away. The scales and blood rushed out from a scary wound in the tail. The god of devils was hurt badly. Long Houchen's eyes of Brahma was not affected at all. What a big contrast, and what an unbelievable scene! Agares and Vashak glanced at each other. They both saw the fear in each other's eyes. It was what they feared most happened. If it was not that power, how could Long Houchen hurt the god of devils at his peak state? High up in the sky, the eye of Brahma gradually disappeared. The god of devils' huge body was about thousands of meters away from Long Houchen, and his huge body was shrinking rapidly. Soon Feng Xiu's human form came out once again in front of Long Houchen. One could see clearly his right calf covered with blood. He was hurt there. Long Houchen's figure appeared once again. The only difference was that except for the sword of eternity and creation in his left hand, in his right hand appeared another sword, a purple golden sword. Regarding the size, this huge sword was almost the same as the sword of eternity and creation. The purple golden light was not so bright and the sword body was printed with 8 color marks. At its edge, there were 8 heads combining together protecting Long Houchen's right hand. Long Houchen already took off the mask and the purple golden mark on his forehead shone brightly like an eye. And his aura changed completely. The power of creation, which was so soft, only occupied half of Long Houchen's aura, and the other half was a scary aura filled with strong attempts to fight, mixed with a great hatred towards the god of devils not too far away from Long Houchen. Seeing Long Houchen's purple golden sword, Feng Xiu's pupil contracted to a small point. He lifted his hand and pointed at Long Houchen. As a half-god, he could not help trembling. You. It did not die, the god of devils' voice was shaking. He could not believe it, and it seemed as if he was going to collapse. Long Houchen stared at the god of devils with cold eyes. Deep down his golden clear eyes, there was a layer of faint purple. I never said that how you died. You thought that because you killed me that time, so you also killed him. You underestimated Hao Yu's strength and also my soul's power. He was really grateful for Electrolux's help. If it was not for the Tower of Eternity, his soul might already have disappeared. Without Electrolux, he could not stand here and fight with the god of devils who had ruled this land in the Dark Age for 6,000 years. At this moment, Long Houchen had completely forgiven the god of the deaths, the scourge of undead Electrolux. Let the past be forgotten. The best payback to Electrolux was to end the Dark Age and bring human beings back to the age of peace and development. Looking at the purple golden Hao Yu sword, a light flashed across the god of devil's eyes. He murmured, 8 heads, only 8 heads. Austin Griffin is not awakened completely. We still have a chance. Agares, Vashak, what are you two waiting for? Do you want Austin Griffin to wake up and destroy this world? The god of devil's body suddenly went backwards and was further away from Long Houchen. His anti-heavenly sword appeared again. He pointed the sword to the sky and a dark golden light lit up behind him. The center was black and the outer circle was light red gold. The god of devil's eye color also turned from black to red. Agares and Vashak glanced at each other with a firm look and rose up at the same time. The purple full moon turned from Agares' 12 wings became brighter and orange star light appeared behind Vashak's back. Seeing these two gods' reactions, Long Houchen was not too surprised. Earlier before the war began, he already guessed the result of using Hao Yu's power. That was why Long Houchen persisted in not using Hao Yu's power until now. He worried that once he used Hao Yu, all the other devil gods would join hands together, especially the moon devil god Agares, who showed the tendency to side with him. Of course he would use Hao Yu's power, it was only a matter of time. It was so that the Yulongguan battle could be less chaotic. The fact proved that Long Houchen already had succeeded. As the Moon Devil God and Star Devil God did not go all out in the Battle of Yulongguan, the Temple Federation members did not lose much. On the contrary, they gained some benefits. Especially after the Light Dawn Demon Hunter group used the Siamese Spirit method and further weakened the Devil Side's power. Now the Moon Devil God and Star Devil God joined in the battle with Long Houchen. The humans would have more chance in the war with the Devil Clan, since two strong members of rank 9 level 7 dropped out and a Siamese spirit version of Lin Xin at rank 9 level 9 appeared. However, the God of Devils, Moon Devil God, and Star Devil God did not care about what was going on in the battlefield. When Long Houchen saw their faces with that firm look, he was wondering why they were so afraid of Hao Yu. They were so scared that even the Moon Devil God who did not share the same value with the God of Devils chose to switch sides again. 3 lights, sun, moon, and star. The God of Devils shouted and lifted up his sword. A sharp dark golden light pillar shot out from him and grew upwards. Agares and Vashak did the same. Agares lifted up his moon blade and a purple light pillar rose up. Vashak completed his god form when rising up to the sky. A shiny orange-red robe covered his body and in his right hand appeared a starlight wand. Its top was decorated with an oval gem shining with 6 gleams of starlight. He lifted up the wand tall and an orange-red light pillar rose up. 3 light pillars in 3 different colors centered around Long Houchen. What Long Houchen did next surprised the 3 devil gods. He did not pay much attention to 3 gods but instead lowered his head and shouted towards the humans. Clear the battlefield soon. The Federation will win. These simple words meant that Long Houchen did not need their help. Lin Xin and the Light Dawn Demon Hunter group stopped in mid-air. Lin Xin turned around and looked at Kia. Deputy Leader, what should we do now? Kia gritted her teeth. Follow his order. Let's focus on the battlefield first. After we win, we can go and help him. Roger. Lin Xin's smile disappeared and he looked serious. He murmured incantation in low voice and fire of immortal dragon started to dance by a strange rhythm. Kia, Wang Yuan, Chen Yinga, and Sai Maxian, and Yu and Zhong Fangfang who stood behind Lin Xin all felt that their own spiritual power was absorbed by him rapidly. Needless to say, this guy was going to make a big move, something even more powerful than the solar eclipse of 9. The black holy sun above Lin Xin's head expanded and did not stop until the length reached 30 meters long. A phoenix's singing sound rang up. Lin Xin moved his body and a dense black light rushed out from his chest and entered the black holy Sunday. A phoenix screaming loudly arrived in the battlefield of Yulongguan like a king. A black phoenix flew out of the holy sun with its body length of 30 meters. The blue fire phoenix now turned to black phoenix completely. Dark blue mist surrounded it and swirled around. It went towards Lin Xin first and nodded towards him. Then it spread out wings and flew towards the battlefield. Strong black fire fell from the sky. Lin Xin's face turned pale after using this magic. He closed his eyes and tried to recover his magical power. The others did the same. The magic they used just now absorbed 2/3 of total spiritual power. This black fire phoenix was the result of million points of spiritual power. One could easily imagine its battling strength in the battlefield. Led by Xu Yongxiao and Hua Xiao, the humans launched a counterattack with all efforts. Who could have thought that Long Houchen not only suppressed the God of Devils, but also brought the Moon Devil God and Star Devil God into it? The Federation members would not miss such a chance. With Black Fire Phoenix's help, the Battle of Yulongguan now entered a new stage of lopsided win. The Black Fire Phoenix flew to the battlefield and spread out wings and lit up 1,000 square meters of ground with fire. Even the Devil Gods tried to avoid the fire. The other devils were either being killed or badly injured by it. The result of the Battle of Yulongguan was certain, but the fight of 1 to 3 just began. Long Houchen was very serious but also confident about the fight. When Hao Yu transformed to that purple golden sword, he had a strong confidence since then. When the Moon Devil God and Star Devil God joined the fight, Hao Yu gave him a feeling of disdain towards them. That was why Long Houchen did not let others help him. He believed in Hao Yu's judgment of enemies, though he knew that 8-headed Hao Yu was of rank 9 level 7. But even when Hao Yu was only six-headed, the god of devils was not willing to face it and chose to kill Long Haochen and hoped for Hao Yu's death together. One could see how scary Hao Yu was for the devils. Long Haochen was very calm facing the three strongest members of the devil clan. Vast spiritual power rushed from the purple golden Hao Yu sword into his body, which helped him to recover to the peak state. And a purple golden light ring appeared under the feet of Long Haochen. Every time it shone, all the broken elements in the air all gathered inside Long Haochen's body and transformed to his strength. The Hao Yu sword in his hand, which was transformed from Hao Yu, could also absorb exterior power to empower itself. The dark gold, purple, and orange light pillars suspended in the sky, and then lights disappeared. Above the three devils, a sun, moon, and star appeared. The three colors mixed and shone brightly in the sky. An indescribable heavy pressure poured out on Long Haochen. With his level together with the assistance of the sealed divine throne of eternity and creation, he could barely afford it. The armor even gave out a sound of pain. What is this? Legal array? The god of devils can arrange a legal array at such a scary level? Long Haochen felt like he could not even lift up the swords. A layer of purple golden light came out from Hao Yu's sword and assisted him. The armor of eternity and creation now was covered with a layer of purple golden light. All pressure suddenly disappeared and a layer of purple golden light waved upon Long Haochen's body. His eyes turned to the color of purple gold. Hao Yu's power can suppress the devil clan just as I had expected. Long Haochen felt pleased. He knew that Hao Yu to the devil clan was like Kia's purification power to the undead devil god Sami Jina, and even more. Otherwise the god of devils would not ask for help from the moon devil god and star devil god after he used the Eye of Brahma. Long Haochen did not look at god of devils and turned to Agares at his left. Senior Agares, we have come all the way here together and we are almost going to accomplish our goal. Why are you doing this now? As long as we join hands and kill the god of devils, I will keep my promise. Don't you believe me in my words to you, Yi? Hearing Long Haochen's words, the god of devils' face turned green. Though he had a feeling of Agares' betrayal, now he felt so angry seeing and hearing it. But unexpectedly he did not turn nasty towards Agares. Agares could not stay calm and frowned. He stared at Long Haochen's Hao Yu sword in his right hand. Long Haochen. Our cooperation already ended. The death of Austin Griffin was the precondition and foundation of it. Even if today I kill you humans, and His Majesty blames me for it and even kills me, I now must stand together with him and try to kill you, especially to eliminate Austin Griffin. Long Haochen was stunned. He said those words because he wanted to alienate Agares from God of Devils. If the three were to join hands together, it would produce a huge pressure on him. He could not fail because that meant the end of humankind. But he did not expect Agares' answer to be so certain. Vashak did not say a word, but from his eyes, one could see that he was thinking the same with Agares. Long Haochen asked curiously, why? Why is it so important to kill Hao Yu? Agares said in a low voice, I can help you and the humans because I hope that my clan and race can live the style of yours, a life of creation, a better living. But Austin Griffin's existence means ruin. If he wants to ruin us, even you cannot control him. Say no more now. Today either you kill us all or we destroy Austin Griffin. He raised his moon blade towards Long Haochen and the purple moon in the sky lit up instantly. The god of devils and star devil god also pointed their weapons towards Long Haochen. Long Haochen was now under unimaginable pressure. In the triangle range of these three gods, the space cracked somewhere. If it was someone else, they might already be crushed into pieces. At Yulongguan, a woman in white stood at the castle tower and looked up to the sky. She had been here for a while and she was so beautiful like an elf. Only her eyes were filled with tears. Her hands clenched so tight that her nails pierced into her palm. Blood dripped down from her hands. Her hair waved behind her head and she gritted her teeth and climbed up the stairs in the castle tower. Now there were only a few strong human beings inside Yulongguan. Those who were left behind were mostly artillerymen who could use the Mo Dao cannon, or those who were fighting outside of the tower. The arrival of the woman in white was unexpected. If Long Haochen were to see her, he would be so shocked and would cry out, Mom! This woman in white was Bai Yu. She was transferred to another place like others before the Holy War began. But on her way, she secretly came back. The guards wanted to stop her, but she was now mother of the chairman of the Temple Federation, wife of the Night Temple's sealed divine Knight of Judgment Long Xingyu. How could a few guards stop her if she already made up her mind? Her reason was simple: she wanted to live or die together with her husband and son. Finally, much admired and respected by guards, she walked back to Yulongguan and arrived in the tower now. Looking at Long Haochen encircled by 3 devil gods, Bai Yu's eyes were filled with tears, which dropped down across her face. She repeatedly asked, "Why?" Long Haochen was not aware of her mother's arrival in the tower. He calmed down and grabbed 2 swords tightly. Meanwhile he immersed his spirit with that of Hao Yu. A terrifying aura transferred from Hao Yu's blood to him. Long Haochen suddenly felt like nothing could stop him in this world. This feeling came so sudden but so real. He did not feel much difference even until he lifted up Hao Yu's sword with his right hand. The next moment, Long Haochen moved, as if he was led by Hao Yu's sword. A purple golden figure flashed in the sky. First to the left and then the whole sky dimmed. And the 3 devil gods launched their attacks towards Long Haochen led by Qi Ji. The sun, moon, and star shone brightly at the same time. The 3 devil gods aura mixed and formed a special sealed area of sun, moon, and star. A huge rune fell down from the sky and went towards Long Haochen. The triangle made up of the 3 devil gods swirled rapidly so that Long Haochen could not find their whereabouts. The sun-moon-star sealed formation appeared for the first time on Holy Demon Land. This was also the first time for the God of Devils, Moon Devil's God, and Star Devil God to join hands together. They were all very clear that once that rune fell on Long Haochen's body, he would be killed for sure even if he was a god. It was because this formation was made to kill a god. It had another name called Killing God Formation. The 72 Devil God Pillars did not belong to this world. But then why did they appear? Only the devil gods themselves knew. After 6,000 years of evolution, the devil gods that ranked low did not know the truth of the past. But the God of Devils, Moon Devil God, and Star Devil God who ranked in the top 3 knew it very clearly. The 3 devil god pillars appeared in midair once they started to swirl, who were connected by sun, moon, and star in the sky. The huge rune shone more brightly. At this moment, purple golden color and crystal white color stood out. Long Haochens moved rapidly in the air and first found Vashak. Though Agares was stronger than Vashak, Long Haochen had more fear for Vashak, mostly due to what he had experienced in the Star Devil Tower. Vashak was not afraid at all because he did not believe that Long Haochen would attack them 3 when trapped in Sun-Moon-Star sealed formation. He experienced the formation before and killed a god using it in the world of devils. Long Haochen might be really strong, but Austin Griffin did not fully wake up. And Long Haochen's level was far away from a real god. The armor of eternity and creation on Long Haochen's body started to give out the sound of cracking. Though it was only an illusion, one could see how scary the pressure of the formation was. Long Haochen ran towards Vashak with all efforts as if that triangle could not interrupt his judgment at all. The next moment, Vashak felt a strong sense of coldness covering all over his body. No, this is impossible. Even something that Long Haochen could not believe happened. The shadow flashed across. The orange light dimmed in the sky. Long Haochen was trapped in the formation and disappeared instantly. His body flashed by the side of Vashak in a beautiful swift movement and arrived quietly hundreds of inches away behind Vashak, which was hundreds of inches away from the formation. The God of Devils was shocked, and so was Agares. Vashak seemed as if he still could not believe it. He murmured, "My prophecy was correct. The wrath of heaven comes." He then stopped talking and his young face suddenly grew old and next second he became a very old man. When the last trace of livelihood disappeared in him, Vashak turned to ashes and disappeared in the sky. Only his crown of the devil god shone and turned to starlight, entering into his devil pillar and disappeared. All the strong humans were shocked at what they had seen. What power is this? Is their Federation head still a human being? By his own power, he did not only keep the God of Devil as his opponent and now even killed the Star Devil God under the circumstance of being attacked by 3 devil gods at the same time. He broke through the formation made by 3 gods successfully. Could a human do this? No matter whether they believed it or not, the Star Devil pillar in the sky dimmed, meaning Vashak's death. Vashak was dead. Feng Xiao and Agares all looked terrified. Then the Hao Yu sword in Long Haochen's hand gave out strong purple light and a strong crushing force burst out from the weapon. What Long Haochen did not notice was that in the center of the sword's edge, a gleam of grey light flashed across. The attack he just gave Vashak, he learned it from Xiao Hua. It was the second sword skill of all 3 skills, named Instant Youth. Its original name was Instant Divine Time. But Long Haochen mixed his own skill of controlling life process into it and gave it a more suitable name, instant youth. The Star Devil god was killed because of the loss of youth. But Long Haochen never expected his combative skill to reach this level, which did not seem to be true. The moment he just gave his attack, he felt clearly that the Sword of Eternity and Creation did not give much power, and the power all came from the Hao Yu sword in his right hand. Hao Yu was connected with him by will. And he could understand his skill. That perfect attack he gave just now could be said as the strongest attack he ever had given in his life. Subconsciously Hao Yu's sword waved in the sky, giving out a crushing force which filled all over the sky. The huge rune started to collapse without Vashak. And when the purple light of Long Haochen's sword touched upon it, the explosion occurred, which seemed to tear the sky up. Feng Xiao and Agares fell down to the ground almost at the same time. They both looked a bit in despair. This strongest devil in the devil clan for 6,000 years now felt desperate. Long Haochen did not have time to think why his own power became so strong. He issued another attack to Feng Xiao without hesitation. Long Haochen liked Agares because he and his organization provided the information to the Temple Federation and led to their victory in the Southeastern Battle and Wan Shoguan. And he knew that he would not be able to fight this holy war so easily without his help. What was more important was the death of Feng Xiao. If he could kill the god of devils, the holy war could end and the dark age of the holy demon land could end. Long Haochen turned to a gleam of purple golden light and fell down. All the Temple Federation members and devils looked at it holding their breaths. The devils looked with fear and the humans looked at it with surprise. Is Feng Xiao going to die? Suddenly a sharp shout rang up at Yu Longguan's tower. No! You cannot kill him. The whole battlefield was big with hundreds of level 9 strong men fighting here, which expanded meters away from Yu Longguan. But everything quieted down as Long Haochen attacked the god of devils. And the scream broke the silence. If it was just a random voice, it would not influence Long Haochen's decision. But he was so familiar with this voice, and the people who shouted just now jumped from the tower. Long Haochen was the leader of humans, but he was also an ordinary man. It was important to kill the god of devils, but for him, his mother's life was even more important. The purple light changed its direction instantly and reached the white figure who just jumped down from the tower. He took her and fell on the ground slowly. It was Bai Yu who screamed just now to stop Long Haochen from killing the god of devils. When Bai Yu saw the 3 god devils attacking Long Haochen, her eyes were full of despair. But the fight changed so quickly, and his son soon gained the upper hand and broke through the formation. Bai Yu understood that she should not shout. She should have let Long Haochen kill the god of devils. But the emotion she held inside her heart for several decades could be hidden no longer. She almost lost her mind when she screamed, and her face was full of tears. When she shouted, she could endure no more pain and jumped. Long Haochen held his mother, who closed her eyes tightly. He was quite positive in his decision to kill god of devils, but just now he started to hesitate. The words that the god of devils said before the battle lingered on his mind like poison. Long Haochen, though strong, could not help trembling at this moment. A gleam of red light suddenly fell down from the sky battlefield and landed beside Long Haochen and Bai Yu. He took over Bai Yu from Long Haochen and pointed at the god of devils, who fell together with Agares to the ground, striking out a huge hole on the ground, and shouted, "Haochen! Kill him! Be quick! We humans then can finally end the Dark Age and bring back our land." It was Long Haochen's father Long Xingyu, Night Temple's sealed divine Knight of Judgment, who rushed out and took Bai Yu. His face was twitched and even a bit ferocious, as if he was suffering from great pain. If the god of devils had not said those words before the battle began, Long Haochen would not hesitate. But now, his mother jumped from Yu Longguan for the sake of the god of devils. His heart was tortured. "No! No!" Bai Yu screamed and struggled in Long Xingyu's arms. "Haochen! You cannot do this. Anybody can kill him, but not you. You are his." "Pa?" Long Xingyu slapped Bai Yu and stopped her from talking. "Father." Long Haochen stepped forward and grabbed his father's hand. Bai Yu was shocked by the slap and fell on the ground. She stared at Long Xingyu and trembled. In her memory, Long Xingyu had never talked loudly to her, not to mention slapping her. In the deep hole, the god of devils and moon devil god both stood up still with despair. Looking at Long Haochen's family, Feng Xiao's eyes sparkled and he said coldly, "Long Xingyu, who granted you the right to slap her?" Long Xingyu suddenly turned around and looked at the god of devils. His eyes were filled with strong hatred. Why can't I? I do not care about her past and I even treat it like nothing happened. But why? Why can't she think a little about her own son? Houchen is the chairman of the Temple Federation and he represents the whole organization. In order to stop Houchen from killing you, she chose to jump from the tower and even attempted to say something that she's not supposed to say. Houchen's reputation might be ruined forever. The god of devils said coldly, reputation? Even if she cannot say it, I might say it myself. The members from two sides that were fighting just now in the sky all landed on the ground. Only a few members were left on the devil's side. In the battle just now, Black Fire Phoenix issued horrifying attacks. As a result, among all the 19 devil gods that the god of devils brought with him, except for himself and Agares, only 6 were left. And all races of devils were badly hit. Though Longhouchen had not defeated the god of devils yet, the devils suffered a great loss, not to mention that Longhouchen had killed star devil god Vashak. The chairman of the Federation who led you to break through the darkness has my blood. The god of devils' cold voice rang up in each one's ears. The rest of the devils and Federation members were all shocked. If the Federation members had not seen what happened between the Longxingyu couple just now, they would not believe their enemy god of devils and would only take his words as war tactic. But now from Longhouchen and the couple's facial expressions, they realized that what the god of devils said might be true. Longxingyu trembled violently and he turned around to Bai Yu suddenly. He could not control his anger. Are you satisfied now? With what Houchen is going to suffer? Why? Why do you have to do this? I let it go. Why do you have to say that Houchen is his son? Do you know that in Xinqiang's Star Devil Tower, Feng Xiu already killed Houchen once? Why? I loved you for so many years. In this world, the women that I cherish are only you and my mother, who passed away a long time ago. I forgave any mistakes you made in your life. But you always remember him in your heart. You even want to sacrifice yourself for him. I do not understand what I did wrong, to let you be so cold-hearted. When Houchen returned from the Devil Clan and participated in the big contest of the Holy Temple, I even started to treat him as my own son. But why do you have to break my heart? Why? Bai Yu struggled to get up with eyes widely open. She lifted up her right hand and pointed towards Longxingyu. She was so excited that she could not help trembling, as if she was going to collapse any time. Longhouchen stepped forward and held his mother's arms. He infused his own power of life into his mother's body and stabilized her. He did not want to face all these, but it happened. He had just decided that no matter what, he could not let the god of devils go like this. This was related to millions of people's future. If he did not use this chance to kill him, he might not be able to do it again. He continued to tell himself that the blood of the god of devils was lost forever when he was killed by the god of devils in Star Devil Tower. Now he was only his enemy. Out of everyone's expectation, Bai Yu stood up and could not utter a word with her finger pointing towards Longxingyu. And she suddenly lifted her arm and slapped him. You bastard! Out of anger, Bai Yu's pretty face was a little twitched. On one side of her pretty was the palm print of Longxingyu. I? Bastard? Longxingyu was stunned. He thought about her reaction when he spoke out this fact, but he never thought she would act like this, to slap him. The god of devils was shocked when hearing what Longxingyu said. He then got super angry and scolded him, what are you then if not a bastard? Why do you say that your own wife committed incest and your son is another son? Who can be more foolish than you in this world? Longxingyu was shocked and his mind was blank. The god of devils said, his own son? And what did he mean by committing incest? What on earth happened? Smart man he might be, he could not figure it out. Bai Yu suddenly burst into tears. I am willing to die for him because I have half of his blood. He is my father. Houchen is your son. How can you doubt my loyalty? You must have been thinking in this way for decades. Everybody was shocked. This was too chaotic. Many did not understand what happened. Mom. What is it? Longhouchen asked his mother eagerly. Bai Yu looked up at Longhouchen with tears flowing out. Houchen, I did not see that your father would think like that. No wonder he left you behind at Aoding town to train you. I asked him so many times but he refused to take you back. He even disappeared for a long time. No wonder. He thought that I betrayed him, that you are not his son. Longxingyu stood there frozen and could not utter a word. He only felt like his heart was oppressed under a huge stone and he could not breathe. The thing he suffered for 20 years now turned out to be a misunderstanding. This was too much a pain for him. He could not accept the fact. The god of devils looked at Long Houchen with a depressed face. His heart was full of complicated feelings as well. The war was almost at the end. He was clear that with the assistance of Austin Griffin, he could not defeat Long Houchen. He listened to Bai Yu on one hand and had to think about his current situation at war on the other hand. Bai Yu stood up straight with Long Houchen's help and said with a trembling voice, "Long Xingyu, it is you who ruined Houchen's reputation, or me? How can you say that he is not your own son?" Long Xingyu answered, "He has a great gift very different from others, which is clearly a sign of the anti-heavenly devil dragon. Besides, he does not resemble my appearance." Bai Yu said coldly, "Son resembles his mother. What's wrong with that? Why don't you talk about his attribute of light? Could that be from the god of devils? Your heart was tainted with jealousy and you saw your own son as your enemy's son. You even think that I'm not loyal to you. You do not trust me." Long Xingyu said with a broken voice, "I thought you were dead after the devil clan took you for 1 year. When I found you at Aoding town, you were with Houchen. I started to think that Houchen was not my son since then." Bai Yu took a deep breath and tears dropped across her face. She cried with a shaking voice, "You fool. If you have doubts, why don't you ask me?" "Why?" Long Xingyu almost cried as well. "How can I ask that question? I love you so much and I do not want you to suffer even a bit of pain. How can I ask a question like that? And you never seem to want to say anything, so I—" Long Houchen felt like he was thrown to the ground and then lifted up to the clouds. He now finally understood that this was a misunderstanding. He was not the god of devils' son, but his grandson. His mother was the daughter of the god of devils and the Po he defeated was actually his uncle. Bai Yu calmed down. She turned around and hugged Long Houchen tightly. "I'm sorry, Houchen. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have kept it as a secret. I almost made a big mistake. It's me who put you in such pain for all these years." After Long Xingyu trained Long Houchen for 2 years, Long Xingyu took Bai Yu with him and left Long Houchen. All these years he could only rely upon himself without parents' love or care. If not for his good luck, he might already have died somewhere. Long Xingyu and Bai Yu did not help him much when he was growing up. Long Houchen's body trembled slightly. He grew a tough mind after more than 10 years of training. But now his heart was filled with pain. He realized that his own father never treated him like his own son. Then what was his purpose to train him? To have him kill the god of devils and to be on the play of son kills father? Long Houchen's heart was filled with bitterness. Long Xingyu was hurt, so was Bai Yu. But the one who got the most hurt was Long Houchen. He had parents but was never taken care of by them, and was even doubted by his own father as a bastard. He was not an orphan but almost lived like one. But at least an orphan did not have any hopes about their parents. However, he had hopes that were treaded upon. Taking a deep breath, Long Houchen looked up to the sky and tried not to let his tears drop down. He took his mother in his arms and said with a broken voice, "Mom, I do not blame you. You gave birth to me and I'm grateful. I do not have the right to blame you. I only want to know the truth. Why are you the daughter of the god of devils? And before I was born, what happened?" Bai Yu nodded slightly. Long Houchen did not blame her, which made her even more guilty. "All right. I'll tell you everything. My mother, your grandmother, was a pastor and she had a beautiful name called Bai Ling Xian. She was also a member of the Demon Hunter group. Since she was a kid, she had a great gift as a pastor and enjoyed a very good reputation in the priest temple. After becoming a hunter, she followed the Demon Hunter group to fight with devils and her practice level kept increasing. A lot of strong devils were killed by her team. Once they met a strong enemy in a task and nearly all her teammates were killed. Under other members' protection, your grandmother escaped. But that soldier who saved your grandmother died as soon as they escaped. At that time, they were still on the land of devils. She was very strong, but she was only a pastor. At that time her spiritual power was gone and was badly injured. She then fainted in a forest after walking for a few miles. The god of devils said, "It was me who saved her. I was patrolling around each clan's territory and I felt her human breath. And then I saw Ling Xian. She was badly injured and her face was pale. But I was attracted to her for her elegance and beauty, which was completely different from my own race. Therefore I did not kill her and ordered other attendants to go away, and I saved her. After Ling Xian woke up, I changed my appearance on purpose. With my practice level, she surely could not see through me as a devil. I told her that I was part of the demon hunter group, just like her, and my teammates were all killed in the battle. And that I saved her on my way to escape. This was a big secret of the god of devils, and of course he had his own purpose speaking openly about it in front of other strong devils. Long Haochen felt his strong affection towards his grandmother. Ling Xian was a hunter, but she was very naive. She did not doubt me at all. With my help, she recovered and we became friends. She was so beautiful and so kind. In order to earn her trust, and to spend more time with her, I even helped her to complete her task and killed my clan people who killed her teammates. She was very grateful and trusted me. Then we both fell in love. Feng Xiu's eyes were full of sadness. Maybe this relationship was not allowed. By you, even now I can assure you that your mother is the only love of my life. Hearing this, Bai Yu cried again, and Long Xingyu trembled and almost fell on the ground. Now he understood Bai Yu's words. So far he had been suffering from the secret of Long Haochen not being his own son. But now he knew that Haochen was his son, but he felt even more painful now. Compared to Bai Yu, he was truly sorry to his son, especially because the voice of the god of devils was so soft. The other devil gods had never heard him speak this way before. Even Agares could feel his sincerity in his words. Agares now realized that he was not the only one who fell in love with a human, but the god of devils, who reigned the land for several hundreds of years, also had feelings for a human, and his love towards that woman was even deeper. I accompanied Ling Xian in my land for a whole year and helped her to finish all her tasks. And she fell in love with me too. A man and woman living together for a while, and then she became my partner. One day, Ling Xian told me that she wanted to go home and visit her family and friends. And she wanted to tell them about me and would marry me after that. At that time, I did not want to tell her about my real identity. But I did not have the courage because I could feel her hatred towards my clan, and I knew that her parents were killed by my race in the battle. I could not say it because I was afraid of losing her. I even thought about giving up my throne and just keep faking it. The time I spent with her were the happiest moments in my life. I tried to convince her to stay, but she insisted on going back. I did not have a choice but accompanied her to the border of the Temple Federation. In her eyes, I was still a human soldier. I told her to go back to the priest temple and wait for me, and that I would find her after reporting to my parents in the warrior temple. Ling Xian was reluctant to leave me, but still she left. I did not know that was the last time I would see her. Feng Xiu's eyes became wet, and tears were dropping down his face. Bai Yu cried and said, "Mom insisted on going back because she had me. She did not tell you because she was shy. You promised that you would marry her after going back to the Federation. She had been waiting for you after returning to the priest temple to pick her up. But you did not come." Feng Xiu trembled. "Right, I did not. At that time, I was thinking, what should I do to be together with Ling Xian? At the border, my identity was somehow exposed. Before I could take off my disguise and a seal inside my body which covered my dark aura, I was attacked by two teams who claimed themselves as the Demon Hunter group. With my level, I would not be afraid. But the seal I laid was too strong. I did not have enough time to get rid of it. Therefore I struggled in the fight with them. Though I used the anti-heavenly devil dragon pillar and escaped, I was still badly injured. That was the only time in my life that I was injured so badly. I could not help but have doubts about Ling Xian because only she was by my side all the time. If not for her who found out about my identity and knew about the seal inside my body, how come such a coincidence of two demon hunters coming out right after she returned to the Temple Federation? I suffered great pain, both physically and mentally, so I fainted. With my strong healing power, I recovered gradually. But 1 year had passed after I woke up from the coma. The first thought that came to mind was to find Ling Xian. I could not believe that she set it all up. So I wanted to find her and ask her. After I got a little better, I disguised myself and went to the priest temple in the Temple Federation to look for Ling Xian. When I found the priest temple, I only saw Ling Xuan's grave. It turned out to be simply a coincidence that I ran into those two teams who claimed themselves to be part of the Demon Hunter group. Feng Xiu could no longer hold his tears. This video will end here.